It's time to drop the puck and face off with the Rapid City Rush, presented by Miller Lite.
Welcome to this week's Hockey 101, where we are going to learn how to skate backwards, and here to teach me and you is Riley Weselowski. So walk me through it. How do you teach anybody how to skate backwards?
A couple little pointers when you're skating backwards. A difference between skating forwards and backwards is when you're skating forwards, a lot of times you'll have two hands on your stick, and if you're skating backwards with two hands on your stick, you'd be leaning too far forward. So you want to take one of your hands off of your stick when you're skating backwards. That's going to allow you to be standing more straight up and down. You want to be sitting in a position where it's almost like you're in a chair. So you're sitting in a chair on the ice like this. You've got your knees bent, but unlike forward where you're leaning a little bit forward, you want to have your back more straight up and down. So you've got a good base like this, a good position, a good hockey stance you want to call it, and generally we're going to use C cuts for skating backwards, and the reason they're called a C cut is just because they make a C in the ice when you put them. So we're going to start one leg at a time. C cut this side, C cut this side, C cut this side.
Okay. C cut?
You're getting it. One thing that I want to point out to you there is when you're looking, I see you looking down at your feet. You've got to keep your head up, and you want to look this way, because when you take your head and you look down at your feet, it automatically makes your weight lean forward, and then you're off balance like that. So you want to be looking up like this, straight up ahead. Again, you've got your good balance like this. See in the ice this way, see in the ice this way.
Okay, so face up.
There you go.
Oh, I'm going really fast now.
You're doing it. That's very good.
All right, perfect. And once you're done with this C's, then what's the next step?
Well, I guess you get into crossovers. I mean, you see when guys want to start off really fast and you want to get moving really quick, guys will get a couple of quick crossovers going. So generally with the crossover, and I don't know if we're advanced for you for the crossovers here quite yet, but you're going to get here, you're going to cross your feet over this way, cross your feet over this way. And what it does is it just allows you to build up a little bit more speed a little bit faster.
Okay, so I'm going to try it. Okay, so you go this way. I don't think that the crossover thing's for me.
Not quite yet.
Stick with the C.
We'll advance to that. We'll start with just the C cuts for now.
All right, thanks so much, Riley. That'll do it for this week's Hockey 101. He's had 14 goals, 19 assists, and a total of 33 points, 17 of those points coming from playing with the Rapid City Rush. Sitting down with me this week is Patrick Cullen. So Patrick, talk to me a little bit about the adjustment coming to play for the Rush. You started out the year playing for the Indy Fuel, so how was the transition here?
It was a little tough at first. I grew up in the city, Washington, D.C., so going to Indy was pretty easy. I played juniors there, so then coming to Rapid City was a little bit of an adjustment, but coming to a locker room with a bunch of good guys, it really helped. Having to know a couple of the guys really helped. So it's been good so far, and I've really enjoyed it now.
And Brisebois also played with the Fuel. So was that kind of a load off to know that you're going to have someone else who you kind of bonded in Indy with? Yeah,
it was nice to have a little familiarity with a roommate, especially with him moving in. It's nice. He's got a big dog, so it's always nice after games to come back to that. But yeah, like I said, then knowing a couple guys on the team really helped, and then everyone else was right there with them and helped make the adjustment easy.
And it seemed like a seamless transition for you as well. Talk to me a little bit about last week. You guys came away with 4 big points against Quad City. What did that kind of do for this team, since the playoff race is going to be really, really close?
Yeah, it was huge for us. I think it all kind of started with Allen, having those games, the physical games, and especially winning those 2 on the weekend. And then the week of practice was good for us. And then, yeah, like you said, getting ready for the playoffs here, stealing 2 from them was huge for us. Physical games are fun to play in, and it was nice to kind of get the intensity up. But we're looking to keep on rolling here and keep this going all the way to playoffs.
Absolutely, and you kind of have to. But this week it might be a little bit tougher. You guys are going to be playing the Brampton Beast, a team that's kind of given the Rush all that they can really handle. So what are you guys kind of doing, or what changes are you guys trying to make sure that you do come out with those points?
I don't think we need to change too much that we're doing, really. I think we just need to keep on playing how we've been playing the last 4 games, and even stretches before that. Can't look past them. Obviously, they're not as high in the standings as maybe they like, but these are huge points for us, and we need them bad.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can come out with them. I'm going to make you kind of take a trip down memory lane. How did you get into playing hockey?
I was really young, and I got a pair of rollerblades when I was young. I actually got them from this scar right here. I fell off a bunk bed, and the doctors couldn't hold me down. I was in my beach house in North Carolina at the time, and I was supposed to get a bunch of stitches there, and I couldn't stay down. I was like 6 years old, and my dad said he'd help me out and give me a pair of rollerblades if I stayed still, and sure enough, I was staying still, and kind of got into it from there. I was just skating around the neighborhood, playing with the kids, and then just started going to the local rink, and the rest is history there.
And you have a brother, so was that something you guys kind of grew up doing, was playing hockey, or was hockey more your thing?
We both played it growing up. He stopped in college, but yeah, my dad, my brother, and I would always go to the rink and just skate around and have fun. And
talk about the role that your family's had in your life, in your hockey career.
Yeah, it's been huge. In DC, there's not a lot of hockey, so traveling up and down the East Coast, Canada, going out west from time to time was huge. So, you know, the driving, the 6 a.m. practices have been unreal, and they obviously have helped me a ton, and I can't thank them enough.
And what keeps you maybe motivated when you're playing? You know, seasons are long and they're hard, so how do you continue to push yourself?
Not staying, you know, too high or too low, just kind of staying even keel, and just trying to get better each day, whether it's a small thing like skating or passing, whatever it is, you know, just trying to enjoy it every time you come to the rink.
And you have something unique about you. You have a dual citizenship here in Ireland, but you've never been to Ireland. So talk about that.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. It happened in high school. My mom kind of looked into it. My dad had wanted me to get it, and I didn't really know what to think of it. And both my parents, my grandparents were born in Ireland. My great aunts lived there. She moved over in the 80s, and yeah, it's just kind of a weird thing that happened. I got it, what is it now, 2-3 years ago. So went there, got my passport, and now I'm dual citizen.
Maybe move there one day?
Yeah, it'd be cool to go maybe play there one day with
a
team there. So I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'd love to get back and see where my family is from and do all that.
Absolutely, that's very cool. I wish I had that.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, thanks so much for sitting down with me. Good luck against Brampton. Make sure you keep it here. Dallas Earhart's going to take a ride on the Ferris wheel. Dallas Earhart is set to take a ride on the Ferris wheel. 60 seconds of rapid fire questions, and your time starts now. What's your best pickup line?
Are you a pancakes or waffles girl?
Favorite thing to do outside of playing hockey?
Watch movies.
What are you most afraid of?
Birds.
If your life were a movie, who would play you?
Burt Reynolds.
Favorite NHL team?
Detroit Red Wings.
Favorite sport outside of hockey?
Lacrosse.
Do you have a game day superstition?
I get dressed right to left.
Who skates faster, you or Coach DeSantis?
I'm hoping me.
If you were a superhero, who would you be?
Captain America.
If you could visit any place in the world, where would it be?
Greece.
Dream car?
Ford Raptor.
Dog person or cat person?
Dog person.
Blondes or brunettes?
Brunettes.
One word or phrase you couldn't live without?
Y'all.
If you could have lunch with anyone, alive, dead, or fiction, who would it be?
Garth Brooks.
What type of cologne do you wear?
Givenchy.
If you were stranded on an island, what's one thing you couldn't live without?
Soda pop.
Slapshot or wrister?
Slapshot.
One thing on your bucket list?
I don't know. Shoot. Go spearfishing.
All right, congratulations, Dallas Earhart. You survived the Ferris wheel.